My dear children, today let us study about the lesson Jamaican fragment for standard second language English. Okay? ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು Jamaican fragment lesson ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿಯೋಣ. So this lesson Jamaican fragment is written by A.L. Andrews. So this lesson is written by A.L. Andrews. So first we are going to know about the author A.L. Andrews. Okay? A.L. Andrews is a prolific writer. Some of his short stories appeared in the issues of the magazine. Focus. He is a West Indian writer and his writings carry the flavor inherent in the Caribbean literature. The story Jamaican fragment brings out the prejudice that almost every person suffers from when it comes to the denominational issues like color, caste and class. Okay? Here Andrews is a prolific writer, he is a useful writer. Some of his short stories appeared in the issues of the magazine Focus. ಅವರು ಬರೆದಂತೆ ಕೆಲವು ಸಣ್ಣ ಕಥೆಗಳು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮ್ಯಾಗಝೈನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಕಟ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಅಪಿಯರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಇಶ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗಝೈನ್ Focus. He is a West Indian writer and his writings carry the flavor inherent in the Caribbean literature. ಅವರ ಬರವಣಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೆರೆಬಿಯನ್ ಸಾಹಿತ್ಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಾಣಬಹುದು. The story Jamaican fragment brings out the prejudice that almost every person suffers from when it comes to the denominational issues like color, caste, class. ಜಾತಿ, ಬಣ್ಣ, ವರ್ಗದ ತಾರತಮ್ಯಗಳು ಬಂದಾಗ ಆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂತೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಜಮೈಕನ್ ಫ್ರಾಗ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು we are going to learn about the new words which we find when we come across to listen. Or difficult words. ನಾವು ಮೊದಲು ಈ ಅಧ್ಯಾಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಹ ಕೆಲವು ಹೊಸ ಪದಗಳನ್ನ, ಕಷ್ಟಕರವಾದ ಪದಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಸೊ ದೆನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಲೆಸನ್ ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿಲಿ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ನೋ ದ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯೂ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ದ ಲೆಸನ್ ವೆರಿ ಈಸಿಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆರ್ ಸಮ್ ನ್ಯೂ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್. Incident. Incident ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಘಟನೆ. So we can use this word in your own sentence. Yes, I saw an incident which makes feel sad. I saw an accident which makes me feel sad. Very good. I saw an incident which makes me feel sad. In this way, we can use the other new word, for example, noticed. Noticed. ನೋಡು ಅಥವಾ ಗಮನಿಸು. So it is a very simple word. You can use this in your own sentence very easily. Notice. Yes, I noticed two boys quarreling in front of my house. I noticed two boys quarreling in front of my house. My house. Modest. Another word, modest. Means not expensive or ordinary. Yes, you can use it in your own sentence. Modest, not expensive. Yes, I like to live, or most of the people like to live in a modest cottages. Modest cottages. I like to live in a modest cottages. Modest cottages. Sturdy means strong and firm. Sturdy. Strong and firm. Yes. Can you use it in your own sentence? Strong and firm means ಬಲಿಷ್ಠವಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. Yes. My brother is a sturdy. Means my brother is strong and firm. My brother is a strong, is a sturdy. Yes. I think you have understood the new words or difficult words. Okay? Now, come to the lesson. Please listen to me. So while I am reading, please listen carefully. Yes. So shall I read it? Okay. Every day I walk a half mile from my home to the rail track lines in the morning and from the lines to my home in the evening. The walk is pleasant. You can see on either side red and green roofed bungalows, green lawns and gardens. The exercise is good for me, and now and then I learn something from a little incident. One morning, about halfway between my front gate and the rail track, I noticed two boys playing in the garden of the more modest cottages. They were both very little boys. One was 4 years old, perhaps the other 5. The bigger of the two was a sturdy youngster, very dark, with a mat of coarse hair on his head and coal black eyes. He was definitely a little Jamaican, strong little Jamaican. The other little fellow was smaller, but also sturdy. He was white with hazel eyes and light brown hair. Both were dressed in blue shirts and khaki pants. There were no shoes and their feet were muddy. They were not conscious of my standing there watching. They played on. The game, if it could be called a game, was not elaborate. The little white boy walked majestically up and down, and every now and then shouted in a commanding tone at his bigger playmate. The little brown boy dragged on quietly behind him and did what he was told. Pick up the stick. The dark boy picked it up. Jump into the flowers. The dark boy jumped. Get me some water. The dark boy ran inside. The white boy sat down on the log. I was amazed. Here before my eyes, a white baby, for they were little more than babies, was imposing his will upon a little black boy. And the little black boy submitted. I puzzled within myself as I went down the road. Could it be that the little boy, a son of a house servant? I asked myself. No, they were obviously dressed alike. The little dark boy was a neighbor's child. I was sure of that. Then how was it that he obeyed so faithfully the white boy's orders? Was it that even as a boy he sensed that in his own country he would be at the white man's beck and call? Could he make a difference between himself and the white boy? And could he think that he was going to pass over the black man? I could find no answer. I could not bring myself to believe such a thing. And with my own eyes, I had seen a little dark boy take orders from a little white boy. Obviously, he is socially equal and younger and smaller. Were we as a race really inferior? So inferior that even in our infancy we realized our deficiencies and accepted a position as the white man's servant. For a whole day, I went on asking these questions to myself. For a whole day, my faith in my people was shaken. When I passed by the afternoon, the little boys were not there. That evening, I thought deeply on the subject. Okay? I think you have understood the lesson. Okay? Now, we have to read the passage silently. Then I am going to ask you some questions related to the passage. Okay? So read the passage silently. Have you finished your reading? Okay. Shall I ask you some questions? Why was the morning walk pleasant to Mr. A. Landris? Why was the morning walk pleasant to Mr. A. Landris? ಬೆಳಗಿನ ವಾಯು ವಿಹಾರ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಪ್ಲೀಸೆಂಟ್ ಹಿತಕರವಾಗಿದ್ದದ್ದು ಹೇಗೆ? Why was the morning walk pleasant to Mr. L. Andres? Yes. Try to answer. Very simple. Yes. The morning walk was pleasant because, yes, he could see on either side red and green roofed bungalows, green lawns and gardens. Yes, your answer is correct. He could see on either side red and green roofed bungalows, green lawns and gardens. Yes, okay. The narrator could see on either side red and green roofed bungalows, green lawns, and gardens. Yes, so it was pleasant for Mr. L. Andres. He could see on either side red and green roofed bungalows, green lawns and gardens. Yes. Next question. The exercise is good for me, says the narrator. What was that exercise? Which was pleasant to him? The exercise is good for me, says the narrator. What was that exercise? What was that exercise? Yes, come on, answer. Yes, walking in the morning from his home to the rail track. Yes, walking in the morning. Yes, your answer is right. Walking in the morning from his house to the rail track and returning in the evening. Was the good exercise. Very good. Walking in the morning from his house to the rail track and returning evening. So this was the exercise. So which was pleasant to him? Yes, okay. What did the narrator notice one morning? What did the narrator see or notice one morning? Yes, the narrator noticed. What did he notice? The two boys playing in the garden. Very good. Your answer is right. Playing in the garden of the more modest cottages. The narrator noticed the two boys playing in the garden of the more modest cottages. Yes, very good. The narrator noticed two boys playing in the garden. Playing in the garden of the more modest cottages. Yes. Next question. How did the smaller boy behave while playing with the bigger boy? How did the smaller boy behave while playing with the bigger boy? Yes, try to answer. Yes, your answer is right. The little white boy walked majestically up and down. Very good. The little boy walked majestically up and down. And every now and then shouted in a commanding tone at his bigger planet. The bigger planet. Yes. The little boy walked majestically up and down. Up and down. And commanding tone and shouted commanding tone at his bigger planet. Bigger planet. Yes. So next question. What were the two commands given by the white boy to the dark boy? What were the two commands given by the white boy to the black boy? Yes. Pick up the stick. Jump into the flowers. Yes, these were the two commands given by the white boy to the black boy. What did the black boy do? What did the dark boy do? Yes, the dark boy picked it up and jumped into the flowers. The dark boy jumped. Yes, when the white boy ordered the black boy to jump into the flowers, The dark boy jumped. When the white boy asked the black boy to get me some water. Get me some water. Yes. What were the three commands given by the white boy to the dark boy? Yes. One is pick up the stick, jump into the flower, get me some water. So when the white boy asked the black boy to get some water, what did the black boy do? Yes, the black boy ran inside. Okay. I think we have understood the lesson well. Now, we are going to know about the extracts. Yes. Pick up the stick. Pick up that stick. Who said this? Who said this? Yes, the white boy said this. Who said this? The white boy said this. To whom was it said? ಇದನ್ನು ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಲಾಯಿತು? Yes, it was said to the black boy. It was said to the black boy. Yes. So when did he ask? So when they were playing. Okay, our answer is right. When they were playing. When they were playing in the garden. Garden. Okay, I think you have understood the lesson very well. Okay. Now, come to the last segment of this class. Home assignment. Home assignment. So, you will have to answer the comprehensive questions. So, in your exercise. So, read the lesson well and try to answer all the questions in your textbook. Okay. Thank you.